Goodness, Diablo. Your packaging doesn't have to be as tough as your sanding disc. Gracious. And this is warpy this direction. I'm going to try not to put as much glue this time as I did on the last one. Just a little bit less. Tell me if this lighting is bad. Well, hey folks, Liberty DIY here, also known as in previous videos as Liberty Farms. I changed my video channel because I realized that I do a lot more than just farming, and I just kind of wanted the channel name to kind of represent a little bit better of what I do. But I'm here with another project today. There's a table right here. I picked this up at a thrift store, I don't know, maybe about 2 weeks ago. And it needs a little love, not a whole lot. I thought it was just gonna be an easy flip, turn around, sell it for a couple $100. And then I got it home, I started taking a good look at it, and this table is actually really solid. And it turns out that, take a look right here, my lighting is terrible in here because I've got my DIY lighting apparatuses, but there's a bunch of nail holes. This is made out of reclaimed wood, and at first I was thinking it was just the top. That light glare or something else. I need to figure this out better. But it's also in the legs. You probably can't see that because my light sucks. But I've got some ideas now to make this a pretty cool table. And it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to do a patriotic design or theme. I'm refinishing the top, but before I do that, I've got to fix a few issues. You see that light underneath that level? Got some warpage issues, and where is it? So a lot of finishes coming off, so I gotta sand all this stuff off. There is a crack right down here, which I'm probably gonna go ahead and leave, but I need to fix the warpage problem. That's the biggest issue I gotta fix, and I got some wood, and I'm going to add a wood trim or whatever you want to call it down here. I don't know, but I'm gonna take this top off. I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna glue wood all the way around the edges, and just to stiffen it up and also straighten it out. And then I'm gonna come back and fix this little issue right here by cutting about 5/16 of an inch off all the way around, then flipping it back over and putting it back on top of this very sturdy, very well built frame. And then we're going to do something really cool and patriotic on the top of this table. It's going to be pretty awesome. Goodness, Diablo. Your packaging doesn't have to be as tough as your sanding disc. Gracious. Goodness. I just want an 80 grit, come on. Comes with that. I don't need that. Not right now, at least. 220. Supposed to be in order, right? There we go. We got 80 grit right there. Probably can't see it. It's semi-transparent. We're gonna go around the whole edge on the bottom here and get it prepped up to glue the strips of wood around the entire perimeter. That's pretty much how it's gonna go. I gotta get a few clamps out, gotta find my glue, and we'll get right into it. And I need better lighting. This just sucks. Okay, I got some clamps here. I got some wood laid out. I got my wonky DIY filming light set up, and we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I only have enough clamps here to do 1/2, this side down here at a time. So I'm going to do that part today. Tomorrow I'll do the other side, and that's only because I only have 6 of these C-clamps, and there's 6 boards across here, and this is warpy this direction, so I need lots of clamping power on the ends. So that's the way I'm going to do it, because I just don't have enough clamps. Even though I've got plenty of these spring clamps to do a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and get started down here and get her going. All right, so the lighting is probably absolutely atrocious, but I'm not spending money on this channel until the channel starts making money. So I'm gonna make do with DIY stuff, and hopefully you guys can kind of appreciate what I'm doing here. So I want so this board is curved this way. This tabletop is curved this way. So I'm going to do it opposite to opposite to kind of help make things get straight again. So I got this little block of wood over here. That's just making up for the next board that comes around. So let's get some glue on here and get this thing clamped on. Lots of glue. I don't want this thing to come apart. Using Tight Bond 3, one of the best glues for wood that I've ever found. And we're just going to get it all on every part of this. Be a little bit of ooze out, but that's what these rags are for. Some more rags here. I'll lightly clamp it in here with these spring clamps, and then I'll tighten her down with the C clamps. Seems like that's pretty even. One more in here for extra measure. Let's get off the side of that board. Oh, that got a lot of glue coming out. Try to get one clamp in the middle of each one of these boards here. Lots of glue coming out. I probably could have put a little bit less glue on there, but I want to make sure that this thing is stuck together. Now this table is going to be sold. That's why I bought it, as a project, give me something to do, and make a little bit of money as well. They'll be on Marketplace in the San Antonio, Texas area. Glue going everywhere. So this is not going to perfectly correct the warpage, but it's going to eliminate a lot of it, and it's going to make it a lot stronger and help prevent more warpage in the future. I'm going to move this one over just a little bit. Then I'm going to add a few more clamps. And we'll get onto this side over here. All right, for this side, I think these spring clamps will do. Just put one every couple inches or so, and that should do the trick. This side is not warped at all, it's pretty stinking straight. I think I have enough clamps to make this happen. So some of you are probably wondering, what happened to your old shop? Well, it's for sale. You're probably also wondering about the cliffhanger video I put up with the $600 turning a flatbed trailer into a covered wagon trailer. Well, things happened and we made a decision to move south, and I got to a point where I had to do about a month's worth of work of moving an entire family down to Texas, in less than the time that I thought I had. I thought I had about 3 or 4 months, but it turned out I only had about a month. So I had to put the camera down. I am going to come back and I'm going to finish that video on that trailer so you guys can understand how I pulled it off for only 600 bucks. It was actually about 586 bucks or so to get it done, but I got it pulled off. And now we're down here in southern Texas, San Antonio area, and we're getting ready to get into a different mode of farming. The cold up north was a little bit too much for my arthritis in my back, and it was really bugging me, and the family wasn't liking it too much, so we vacated. The house I was flipping up there is for sale right now. If anybody wants to go buy a cheap house in Minnesota, it's up there for 110,000 bucks. Got a garage, wood heat, gas heat, and all the amenities you could ever actually ask for. So that's where we're at right now, and we're gonna hang out here in this rental until we find a property that works for us, and then we'll go from there. Until then, I'm gonna do projects like this and work on my other channel, which you'll start seeing a few updates on here, probably the next video, and we'll just make it happen and see what goes up, what comes out of it all. I'm gonna try not to put as much glue this time as I did on the last one. Just a little bit less. But still, a little bit too much, because I'd rather have ooze out, knowing I got everything covered, than not see anything ooze out and wonder if I actually got full contact. No, getting glue on your fingers is not going to harm you. It only causes cancer in California. So about the other channel, I do have another channel. I've been working on it for about 2 years. I haven't put any real content up there. I've thrown a couple test videos, which I have since taken down. But that is a channel that is going to be the heart and soul of what I do on YouTube, money making wise. This channel is going to be mostly just me doing random projects, gardening, hunting, things like that. It's called Freedom Collection. So the link's in the description below if you want to go and check it out. I think I got about another month. Right now it's December 20th, 2023. I think I got about another month, 2 weeks to a month before I actually have a video ready. I'm putting a lot of work into editing. Well, not editing. I'm putting a lot of work into learning how to edit more efficiently, because I don't want to buy any electronics for this channel. I want this channel to pay for itself. So I don't want to be one of those dumb people that goes out there and spends $20,000, $30,000 on cameras and lighting and all this other crazy stuff just to find out that they can't produce the content that is actually desired by the audience. So I want to play around with it and kind of figure out exactly what kind of content the audience is actually looking for and give it to them, and do it on a budget so I don't go in over my head. You know, there's actually a channel up in, it's in Idaho, where is it, Martin Johnson Off Grid, I think it's called, and I've been watching them for a while. They've been doing a pretty good job up there building a house, and they started out living in tents and stuff, but I've been using them as kind of a learning platform, to see how they did it, and I've noticed over the last few years that I don't think they're using anything other than iPhones to film with. I've seen they've had tripods up here, or you see somebody holding them. I don't think they're using anything other than iPhones. So you don't need fancy stuff. So I'm not going to get fancy stuff. Maybe this channel blows up someday. Maybe I'll get a bunch of fancy stuff, but right now, no. If I buy fancy stuff, it's because the channel made money and the channel bought it for itself. I'm not going to dip into my personal money for it. I don't want to take that risk. I'm in a bad spot. The glue is out. It's going all over my blue jeans. I better get this chair out of here. This board's a little bit crooked. Something to compensate for that. Seems pretty even. I don't think that's big enough. Nope. All right, so I'm going to make this a two-part series in this table. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the glue up of these boards around the perimeter off camera, and then we'll come back when it comes time to finish the top and make it something quite nice and patriotic. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video.